All 15 points for Max came in the first half. Brilliant effort again from Jason Tatum. He had 33. And Jaylen Brown with 27. So there's 60 of Boston's 109 points from Tatum and Brown. They win it 109-102. So Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers standing by for the post-game show. We'll turn things over to him. That's going to do it for yours truly, Tim Elkhorn and Jim Jones here in the Joe Tate Perch. Tonight's Cavs-Celtics playoff matchup was brought to you by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cavaliers. By Huntington, get more than money from your bank. See how at huntington.com/getmore. By McDonald's, order on the app and earn points towards all your Mickey D's favorites. Download.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easy.
World Tour to the Echo Lounge and Music Hall on Wednesday, May 15th with special guest Stitched Apart. Grab tickets now at livenation.com and get ready to rock out.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness program.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network. It's the NBA Western Conference Semifinals.
Back-to-back threes for Luka and Kyrie.
And it's game time on your home for the Dallas Mavericks.
Got it! Maxi Kleber!
Now let's go courtside.
How about that?
Here's the voice of your Dallas Mavericks, Chuck Cooperstein.
And welcome to the American Airlines Center for Game 4 of this Western Conference semifinal series between the Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder, with the Mavericks trying to do something they've not done since their championship season of 2011, and that's take a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. Ironically enough, that came against Oklahoma City. And Brad Davis, to do it tonight, I would imagine it's a lot more of what we saw in Game 3, being able to both dish out the physical play as well as take it.
Yeah, you've got to match our physicality. I mean, we've seen it in the playoffs. Referees are letting them play, getting away a little more stuff. Dallas has to play through it, keep up physically. One thing the Mavericks have been able to do, certainly in the last two games, they've taken advantage of their size advantage on the boards. 15 offensive rebounds. Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, when they score 20 points between them in the playoffs, the Mavericks have not lost. They're 4-0. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Oklahoma City makes any adjustments. Maybe brings in one of the bigger guys a little bit early, goes with a bigger lineup. Texas Ford dealer, key to the game. Keep that number 3 scorer. That's what they've been. It's been P.J. Washington a couple games. Tim Hardaway hit that big quarter in Game 2. Keep that third quarter going. No, P.J. Washington back-to-back games of 29 and 27 points. Only the second time in his career that he's been able to have back-to-back games of 27-plus, and that came early last season against Golden State and Sacramento when he had 31 and 28 points, and back-to-back games with 5 or more three-pointers. Only the second time in his career that he's been able to do that as well. The Thunder have been introduced. It's about time for the Mavericks to be introduced. And along with the guitar slayer, Justin Lyons, to introduce the Mavericks, the voice of the American Airlines Center, Sean Heath. On your feet! It's time for the T-Zone starting lineup, our Dallas Mavericks! And forward, it is a season from UNLV, number 55, Derek Jones Jr. And forward, it is fifth season from Kentucky, number 25, P.J. Washington Jr. At center, it is fifth season from Arkansas, number 21, Daniel Gafford. At guard, it is 13th season from Duke, number 11, Kyrie. From Slovenia, number 77, Luka Doncic. Your head coach is Jason Kidd. The Oklahoma City Thunder will keep the same lineup that they've used throughout the playoffs. There had been some thought that Mark Daigneault might bench Josh Giddey
That has not happened tonight. Giddey will be at one guard spot at 6'8" in his third year from Australia. 9.9 points and 4.1 rebounds, although he's played just 41 minutes in this series. Alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the backcourt, 6'6", his sixth year from Kentucky. 28.9 points, 7.9 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 1.71 blocks. The center is Chet Holmgren, 7'1" rookie from Gonzaga, 14.9 points and 8 rebounds, 2.86 block shots. And up front, Luguentz-Dort, 6'3", his fifth year from Arizona State, 9.6 points, 4.1 rebounds. And Jalen Williams, 6'5", in his second year from Santa Clara, at 19.9 points, 6.3 rebounds. Numbers pretty good in the series, Brad, overall, but really has not been that big second scorer that they've had all year to go alongside of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and that's the big key right there. You know, he's been doing a lot of it by himself. So look for Oklahoma City. Try to get more guys involved, especially offensively.
The Mavericks tonight in their statement navy uniforms, the white numbers and letters and the white piping around the shoulders, the neck, and down the sides of the pants and around the front of the pants and back as well. The Mavericks in the first half shoot at the basket to our right. Oklahoma City in their white uniforms, the blue numbers and letters outlined in orange. Oklahoma City written on the front of the jersey, stacked. Oklahoma above City, and then the blue and orange striping down the sides. And the Thunder will shoot at the basket to our left. The officials for Game 4. That's a play the Mavericks like to run to start the game, and Oklahoma City runs it beautifully.
Yeah, roll with the roll.
Kind of that Spain screen that the Mavericks love to run. Here is Irving, entry pass stolen by Giddey. They try to get it to Washington. Left side, Williams, back out to Giddey. To the top to Holmgren. Watched by Washington, left to Giddey against Irving. On the floor, to the top of the circle, left corner. Gilgeous-Alexander, catch and shoot three, rims out. And the rebound tipped out by Doncic ahead to Jones. Luka called for an immediate foul against Doncic.
Yeah, caught him in the head, reaching in.
Lou Dort, the first 3 games of the series, has been called for 16 fouls, with the officiating being very loose, to say the least, compared to what we normally see. Luka on the drive and the kick. Washington right corner, 3 is short. Offensive rebound, Doncic at the block. And will step back and he'll hit the 8-footer. Another offensive rebound for the Mavericks to start Game 4. And the game tied at 2. Here comes Williams. Screen by Giddey. Bumped off Kyrie, and he'll pull up from 15 from the right. That's short. Gafford the rebound. Outlet left. Here comes Irving. Against the backpedaling Williams. On the drive to the right elbow. Behind him to Doncic. Straight away. Deep 3. That one is short. And the rebound to Williams. Luka from just below the logo. On the drive, Giddey in the lane, back out to Williams, left to right to Holmgren. Back to Williams, circling to his right. Skip it over the top. Giddey has to haul it in the left corner. Put it on the floor, trying to spin on Jones. Spins him again. Tough turnaround. Is around and down. Pretty good defense by Derek Jones. Tough shot by Josh Giddey. Thunder a 4-2 lead. A minute 50 in. Luka right to left. On the drive, in the lane, little shoulder, into Dort, fades away, dances on the rim, falls away, and the rebound to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes Gilgeous-Alexander gliding around Washington, kicking to Giddey, left corner 3, no good, rebound to Jones. And off to Doncic, and now to Irving, up the left side. Into the middle of the floor. Now veers off to his left to Gafford, back on the jet cut for Irving, turns the corner, took it to Gafford in the lane for the dunk.
Yeah, pretty play right there. Drew Holmgren to him. Nice little dump off of the dunk.
Game tied at 4, 2.5 minutes into Game 4. Williams along the right side against Irving, and he crosses over Irving, put him on skates to Giddey in the lane, wasn't looking to shoot. Back out to Williams to Giddey again. Driving to his left, turned back by Washington, slicing through a double team, and a travel called on Giddey. Jake Giddey had an open shot initially, Brad, in the middle of the lane. He passed it up.
He doesn't want to shoot the ball after he missed that three from the corner. Had a wide open three at the top.
Both teams 2 of 5 to start the game. Tied at 4. Luka at the midcourt line, played by Dort. The stagger to the right and behind the first screen of Gafford at the elbow. Leaning in, draws the foul. He misses, but that's 2 fouls on Lou Dort in the first 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah, easy call right there. Got him with the body.
Well, there's no doubt that Lou Dort is a marked man after what we've seen in the first 3 games of the series of increasingly physical play, where Doncic has pretty well been kneed, held, slapped, tripped, stepped on, whatever you want to use as a reason to call a foul. And clearly they have paid attention to Mark Daigneault talking it over with David Guthrie right now. He knows he needs his best defender out there on the floor.
Yeah, he's going to roll the dice. Leave him out there with 2 fouls.
First one by Doncic is good. Put the Mavericks in front for the first time tonight. And the second one is good as well. The Mavericks 6 and the Thunder 4. Here comes Williams up the left side to Holmgren against Jones. Back to Williams. To his right at the top of the arc against Jones again. Help from Kyrie along the baseline. And there's Jones to swat away the floater from Giddey into the third row.
Yeah, he tried to quick shoot that. Jones got there too quick.
Derek Jones had a 7 consecutive game streak of blocked shots and earlier in this series as Gilgeous-Alexander off the inbound. Lost the handle, got it back to Holmgren, the left wing across the way. Sidestep left and a pull-up for Dort for 3. That's an air ball and it goes out of bounds. 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the game, the Mavericks with a 6-4 lead. Here comes Luka. Off the stagger again. Wide right this time. On the drive. Hook it up, and there is Gafford. He tried to one-hand slam it, miss it, but he's fouled, and he will go to the line. Gilgeous-Alexander gets called for the foul. And I think Gafford had a chance to actually put 2 hands on that ball and throw it down from the front. Instead, he went for the spectacular one-timer. That did not happen. And he'll have to earn the free throws, or earn the points, I should say, via free throws. 64.7% in the playoffs for Daniel Gafford. First foul shot, no good, off the left of the rim. He was at 67% during the season. The Mavericks in the playoffs just 71% and only 67.6% in the series so far. Taking his time, deep breath, spins it in his hand, 1 bounce. Foul shot is up and good. The Mavericks 7, the Thunder 4. 3.5 minutes into the game. Williams diagonally to his left, driving into Luka, who turns him back, dribbles the ball out beyond the arc, stepping back, Luka in the air, a little give and go with Giddey. Williams at the rim, put it up and in, and that's well played by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, good cut that time, good pump fake, went right through him for the layup.
7-6, Kyrie along the left side, and again that stagger left to right, wide right, finds Gafford underneath for the dunk as Holmgren came out to play him, and Kyrie with an easy bounce pass.
Yeah, no weak side help for Oklahoma City that time.
Mavericks with a 9-6 lead. Gilgeous-Alexander right to left against Doncic below the break. Drives to the baseline, trying to spin him. Left of the lane, into the lane. Tough fadeaway over Luka, around and falls off. And the rebound taken by Gafford. Here comes Irving up the right side, accelerates. Irving into Holmgren, who blocks his shot out of bounds with the left hand. As Holmgren able to get on top of the ball before Kyrie could get it up in the air. Holmgren, a 4-block game on Saturday. Grabs his first one here. A little over 4 minutes into game 4. Baseline right inbound. Kyrie to Luka in the corner. Against Dort. Backing him down. Out top Jones. Driving into Giddey. Around Giddey and into Holmgren. Banker missed it. Rebound is tipped in. Derek Jones able to follow up his own miss and deflect it in. And the Mavericks with an 11-6 lead. Gilgeous-Alexander left to right off Giddey. Pushes it to Williams, back to Gilgeous-Alexander at the top. And Jones knocks the ball away. Gilgeous-Alexander to the floor and tied up by Washington for a jump ball. And Derek Jones, with his presence, felt Brad, a block shot, a knockaway, and an offensive rebound put back.
Yeah, nice job. Stayed right in front of Gilgeous-Alexander that time. Reached in, knocked it away. Derek Lively checks in for the Mavericks to replace Daniel Gafford. And that's his In and News Out, brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger is all about. 4.3 seconds left for Oklahoma City if it wins the tip. And it is controlled by Gilgeous-Alexander to Giddey. Left elbow pop is an air ball into the hands of Doncic. Behind his back away from Giddey. Pulls up, shoots the three over Dort and hits it. And a timeout by Mark Daigneault. And another great start for the Mavericks. They had a 13-2 start in both Game 2 and Game 3. They've got a 14-6 start in Game 4, 5 minutes in on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At In-N-Out, our hamburgers are made with the highest quality ingredients. Made fresh and by hand. Made with a smile to put a smile on your face. Made for special occasions or no occasion at all. Made with gratitude for every customer we get to serve. Most of all, every hamburger, cheeseburger, and double-double is made to order just for you. That's what hamburgers all about.
Requirements and limits apply. Go to Chime.com for details. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, N.A. members FDIC.
Winning doesn't just happen on game day. It happens every day of the week when you put in the work. That's how the Mavs do it, and it's what we love about Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs, vehicles that offer the capability to handle everyday life. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Mavericks and proud sponsor of Work Today to Win Tomorrow, based on 1977 total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what you're seeing out there, yeah, we're definitely feeling it. But I think that's what makes all of this, mean a lot more is because you're sacrificing a lot of that, time that you would spend with your family or friends and you're resting and you're trying to get ready mentally and spiritually, emotionally, physically for a beating, as you say. But going against this Thunder team is a great test, and I'm enjoying it, and my teammates are enjoying it too. So got a lot of respect for them, but we know how we have to play against them.
Here's Kyrie Irving with tonight's Dallas Morning News quote of the game, and the Mavericks have certainly found some things, Brad, at the start of each of these last three games, including a 12-2 run over the last 2 minutes and 55 seconds, a 14-6 lead 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, once again, a couple offensive rebounds, stick backs, and doing a nice job on the pick and roll. They're clearing that weak side. Not a lot of help for Oklahoma City. They're getting good looks.
And right away, Mark Daigneault goes to his bench, and Aaron Wiggins has checked in the game to replace Josh Giddey, who has, again, seen very little time in this series. His team has been a minus 41 when he was on the floor in the first three games, and obviously minus 8 to start the game tonight in the first 5 minutes. As Williams brings it up, Thunder shoot to our left. Against Doncic on the switch. Kyrie from the backside went for the steal, couldn't get it. Now down low for Dort, circles to the nail. And against Doncic, had to give it up to Wiggins. Left baseline drive through traffic. And Lively got a piece of it. Wiggins got it back. Pass off the hands of Dort. 24-second shot clock violation.
Good defensive help by Dallas that time.
Again, Lively with the help at the rim. Luka with the help initially. And Kyrie messing things up by trying to go for that steal. It just discombobulated everything for Oklahoma City. Irving in the middle of the floor. They try to trap him. Drop it off to Jones in the lane. It'll turn, and he will score. That was way easy for Derek Jones as they beat the double team. It's 16-6. Gilgeous-Alexander along the left side. Left to right now against Washington to Williams. Circles right to left. Left elbow. Left corner Holmgren. He'll drive into Jones. Pull up is good from 7. Second basket for Chet Holmgren. 16-8. Doncic against Dort. Picked up 2 early fouls. Luka to his left. Screen by Lively. Now against Wiggins. Pull up over Wiggins for 3. Short. Rebound to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the run out. And Wiggins lost it going up. And it's picked up by Irving. I don't think Jones got a piece of that. I think he just lost that. Now Kyrie sidestep. Right corner 3. It's no good. The rebound to the weak side. Washington has it. Back out to half court to Jones. And into the hands of Doncic. 3-pointer. Knocked down. P.J. Washington wide open in the left wing, able to knock it down. 19-8. They did give Derek Jones credit for a blocked shot. Here is Gilgeous-Alexander driving to his right. Luka all over him. Circles left. Have to give it up to Holmgren. Left wing Williams around Jones. Short corner left. Dort for 3. No good. Doncic the rebound. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Luka up the left side against Williams now. Washington up the screen to the left. Here's the trap. Drop it off. Washington on the move. Over the top to Jones. To Kyrie and back to Jones. 10-3. Right corner down. Well, the Mavericks have really figured some things out here. 22-8. 4:35 remaining. Here's Wiggins in the left corner for 3. That's no good. Another Doncic rebound. Here comes Irving on the fly. Left corner, Washington feeling it. He stepped out of bounds. He knocked it down, but he stepped out of bounds right in front of the Oklahoma City bench when he caught the pass.
But I like the way Dallas is pushing it after every defensive rebound. They're getting out and running.
Dante Exum checks in. And Josh Green check in. Derek Jones and Kyrie Irving sit down. 22-8 is the Maverick lead. 4:25 remaining in the first. Jalen Williams behind his back, left to right, top of the circle, did not shoot. Behind him to Gilgeous-Alexander against Josh Green. On the move in the kick, right corner. Wiggins attacks, met by Lively to Holmgren. That's off his hands. Another Oklahoma City turnover. That's their 4th. Washington to Lively. He tried to pass it back out and hit the underside of the backboard. Picked up by Williams to Wiggins on the drive, and he missed the layup. But a foul on Doncic. The late whistle by David Guthrie, but the correct call, it definitely was a foul. And I just wonder if the ball had gone in the basket if he would have blown his whistle as well. Aaron Wiggins will go to the line to shoot. Doncic picks up the Mavericks' first foul of the night. 22-8. The Mavericks 8 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 7 from 3. Oklahoma City is 4 of 15, 0 of 5 from 3. The Mavericks with 3 offensive rebounds, 7 second chance points. As Arkansas, Jalen Williams will replace Chet Holmgren before this second free throw. So 2 Jalen Williams. Again, they spell it differently. So we'll just identify them, though, by college as the second free throw is rolled in by Wiggins. 22-10. Exum lost the handle against Santa Clara Williams. He hands to Luka against Santa Clara Williams now at the nail, leaning in. Hook it on the no-look to the left wing to Exum on the drive and the kick out. Doncic with 5 on the clock for 3. That's short. And the rebound, Lively on the weak side to the cutting Doncic. His shot is blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander out of bounds. Oh,
they're going to turn this over, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, doesn't look like they are. Boy, it looked like Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, no. That ball actually did go off of Doncic. We got a chance to see the replay. And a good call by David Guthrie. Very good call. 3:35 remaining in the first. Mavericks 22 and the Thunder 10. Gilgeous-Alexander picked up full court by Josh Green. and walks it through the center circle. Driving to his left, pulls up, pump, and is able to hit the 10-footer. First points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who in this series has averaged 31 against the Mavericks. Luka, no look through the hands of Lively, out of bounds in the middle of the lane. And here comes Irving and Gafford right back in the game to replace Doncic and Lively with 3:08 remaining in the first quarter. Fourth Dallas turnover of the quarter, as Gilgeous-Alexander again picked up full court by Green. Across the line on the right, he pushes to Arkansas Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander, wide to his left, inside the arc, behind his back, left to right. Keeps the dribble, now picks up the dribble. Here comes Isaiah Joe in the game, and a foul on Dante Exum as began that move. And team foul number 2 against the Mavericks, leading to a Jason Kidd timeout with 2:51 remaining in the first quarter of Game 4. The Mavericks lead the series 2-1. They lead tonight 22-12 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Winning doesn't just happen on game day. It happens every day of the week when you put in the work. That's how the Mavs do it, and it's what we love about Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs, vehicles that offer the capability to handle everyday life. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Mavericks and proud sponsor of Work Today to Win Tomorrow, based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
All right, Mavs fans, give it up for your Raising Cane's starting lineup. At center, fresh from the Cane's kitchen, it's hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers. The Cane's secret weapon, tangy cane sauce. And always ready in the crucial supporting role, Texas toast. The perfect backcourt partner, it's crinkle-cut fries. All season long, enjoy the all-star lineup at your Raising Cane's. Proud partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Mavs!
The NBA playoffs are here, and we all know playoff mode is a thing. Listen to the evidence. Playoff crowds are going wild. Playoff players are lighting up the court. Even your speakers are in playoff mode. Okay, we'll take it down a notch, but just a notch, because this is the turn it up to 11 NBA playoffs. Playoff mode is clearly a thing.
This is what you love about playoff basketball.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
I'm Kevin Gray here at the Modelo Sports Desk to get you caught up on the other game from tonight's action. The Celtics take a commanding 3-1 lead with their 109-102 win on the road over the shorthanded Cleveland Cavaliers, as Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen both missed the game due to injuries. Jason Tatum had 33 points and 11 rebounds in the win. Darius Garland had 30 points in the loss, with game number 5 to be back in Boston. Let's go back to Chuck Cooperstein.
2:51 remaining. First quarter of Game 4. Mavericks 22 and the Thunder 12. Give the ultimate summer experience with hoop, dance, and gaming camps with a variety of dates and DFW locations to choose from. There's no better way to start your kid's summer. Visit Mavs.com/academy today. Before we resume, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.
It has been a tremendous start for the Mavericks here in Game 4. Their offense is clicking. Their defense is swarming. And they've got Oklahoma City kind of looking over their shoulders at what's coming at them right now.
Need to keep up the defensive pressure, because right now Oklahoma City's really having a rough time trying to find a good look.
The Thunder to inbound as we resume. They shoot to our left. Gilgeous-Alexander, the only starter on the floor at the moment, as Wiggins will inbound for the right hash mark. And he'll throw it in. Jalen Williams coming around. Is Joe go cross court to Wiggins on the drive. He beat Gafford to the rim for a left-hand layup. Aaron Wiggins, a very aggressive offensive player. Thunder have scored the last 6, 22-14. Exum around the arc, left to right. Green's open in the right corner. They didn't see him. Now to Kyrie. Gafford back to Kyrie. Circling left. Pick and roll with Gafford. Behind him, Exum. Right corner, Green. 4-3 and got it. And he was just standing there, Brad, for about 12 seconds. Nobody was anywhere near him.
Gilgeous-Alexander was playing that role right into the middle.
25-14, the 4-3 of the quarter for the Mavericks. Pocket pass. Arkansas wins. That's swatted away by Gafford out of bounds into the corner. 14 seconds for Oklahoma City to shoot. Derek Jones comes back in the game for the Mavericks. And Washington will sit down. Wiggins to inbound. Mavericks don't guard the inbound pass. Wiggins looking, coming around is Isaiah Joe against Jones. Corralled by Gafford. Wrap around pass intended for Wiggins. Deflected by Jones out of bounds. Shot clock at 11 for the Thunder with 2:06 remaining in the first quarter. Wiggins looks again. Quickly into Gilgeous-Alexander. To his right, play by Green. Backs up to the bottom of the jump circle. Now will drive and spin and fade and hit over Exum. Second basket for Gilgeous-Alexander at 25-16. A minute 50 remaining in the first quarter. Irving along the left side, screen right by Gafford. He rolls across the way to the right to Jones. One bounce and a pass behind Irving, and it goes out of bounds and handled by Jason Kidd in the backcourt. And about the only thing the Mavericks have done wrong, 5 turnovers here in the first quarter. And Oklahoma City forces a bunch of them, but the Mavericks have done a pretty good job here in the last 2 games of taking care of the ball. Just 23 total turnovers. Gilgeous-Alexander, left-hand drive, jump stop at the dotted line, pump fake, draw the foul. It'll go to the line as Irving will be called for the foul. I'll tell you, it's something Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Brad, does really well. Not only the jump stop, but the pump fake as well.
Just so smooth. He can get anywhere he wants to on the court. Good finisher at that mid-range shot, 15, 17 feet.
Yep, much more comfortable in the mid-range and at the rim than he is shooting threes, even though a 37% three-point shooter during the regular season. But so much of his game is predicated on him getting to the free throw line. 80.6% in the playoffs on just under 9 free throw attempts per game. And 2 free throws made here. It's a 10-3 Oklahoma City run. Mavericks led it by 14 at one point. It's been cut in half with 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. Here is Exum to the right to Irving. He lost the ball. It's tipped away to the backcourt, but run down by Jones. Bounce pass left to Exum. On the drive against Joe in the lane. Finger rolling home as he just went right through and put the shoulder into him. 27-18. Green challenging Gilgeous-Alexander as he comes across the line to the left. Down to the top of the arc. Right side, Wiggins left alone for a catch-and-shoot 3 that rims out, and Green down the lane to grab the rebound. Here comes Green, chest pass right, Exum open, shoot the 3, knock down the 3. Dante Exum, some much-needed offense from him. It's been a major struggle, just 5 of 25 coming into the game, and 1 of 10 from 3, and the Mavericks back up by 12. 45 seconds remaining in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander against Green, who's done a really good job against him. In and out to his right. Now on the drive, laid off down low. They're cutting Williams, but not in a shooting position. Back out to Wiggins. He'll drive on Jones. He'll spin for the foul line. He hits. Did he get it away in time? For the moment, they say he did. And that will be checked when we get to the end of the quarter. But right now, it's 30-20. Having to earn everything that he's gotten. And to his credit, he has shot 6 of 13 from the floor. But now a real opportunity for Dallas, Brad. As basically 7 minutes remaining in the quarter, Oklahoma City's in the penalty. Just be really aggressive with the basketball and get yourself in the lane.
Yeah, and I think they are. I mean, their penetration's been good. They've been getting in the lane, either finishing with the little lobs, kicking it out for wide open threes.
Kyrie on the line. 22-point game, 7 assists on Saturday. Did not shoot a free throw. 86% in the playoffs from the free throw line. And the first one on the way, and that is good. Around and down. And trying to give the Mavericks a 10-point lead again. Massaging that ball. 3 hard dribbles and another spin. And the foul shot up. And no good. Front rim, back rim, and out. Holmgren the rebound. Here comes Jalen Williams to the right to Gilgeous-Alexander against Josh Green in the game out of the timeout. Circling is Joe. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Played by Luka on the switch, driving to his left and throws it on up high off the board. Scores.
Went in there looking for a foul. Didn't get the whistle. Still finished the shot.
That's 18 for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's a 7-point game. 6.5 to play, third quarter. Luka spinning on Dort. Spinning again. Trying to drop it off. Pass blocked by Holmgren. Picked up by Joe. Here comes Williams. Back to Joe. Flaring out left side against Josh Green's challenge. That's short from 3. Rebound. Tipped by Holmgren. Controlled by Luka. Ahead to Irving. Up the left side. Irving driving on Gilgeous-Alexander from the left elbow. Pull up. He's way short. Underside of the rim. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Against Green, behind his back, left to right. Short hop pass by Holmgren to Gilgeous-Alexander, top of the arc. Against Lively on the switch. He'll drive it into the lane. Dunker spot. Williams blocked from behind by Washington. Out of bounds. It'll stay. No, they'll say it's Dallas ball. And they'll say last touch by the Thunder.
Yeah, that's the right call right there.
Boy, just again, great help defense. That time from Doncic. And knocked out of bounds by Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams touching it last. Here's Washington against Gilgeous-Alexander. Turning into Holmgren, forcing it up. And it falls off the rim. It'll go to the line. Some pretty good help there from Chet Holmgren that time. But he draws the foul. And that's 3 on Holmgren. And Washington, 14 points and 7 rebounds. His first trip to the line. 9 of 17 from the line in the playoffs. 52.9%. Misses the first one. And the Mavericks, their own worst enemy right now. Been able to get to the penalty. They're not taking advantage of it. 3 bounces. Second one on the way. That's good. 62-54. Down low. As Williams lost the ball, Washington picks it up. Here comes Green up the right side. Cross-court Washington left wing. He'll drive. He'll hang on Joe, and he'll score as he uses height advantage.
All set up with that Lively block down at the other end.
Another Derek Lively block, his 4th of the game. 10-point game. 5:10 remaining in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander driving to his right and kicking to Williams against Luka. Went for the steal, knocked it away off the backside of Holmgren, Hardaway, excuse me. And then a timeout taken by Oklahoma City. Oh, my goodness. Luka, the perfect play, Brad, on the wraparound knockaway. It went right into Tim Hardaway's rear end. Didn't realize it was going to be there.
Yeah, came right back to Williams.
But a timeout taken by the Thunder after it looked like they might have had a chance to score from the middle of the lane. 5:02 remaining. Third quarter of game 4. It's the Mavericks 64, the Thunder 54 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
I'm Kevin Gray here at the Modelo Sports Desk. The Boston Celtics take both games in Cleveland to take a 3-1 series lead after their 109-102 win tonight, as Jason Tatum goes for 33 points and 11 rebounds in the win. Darius Garland had 30 points in the losing effort. Cavaliers were shorthanded as no Donovan Mitchell or Jaren Allen in game number 4. Game 5 will be in Boston as they look to close it out. Let's go back to Chuck.
It's playoff time. MFFLs and your Mavs are ready to take it all the way. The Mavs Playoff Hub has all the latest info on tickets and suites, schedule, watch parties, merch, giveaways, and more. Stay locked into all the action at Mavs.com/playoffs. Boston up 3-1 on Cleveland. Mavericks trying to move up 3-1 on Oklahoma City. 5:02 remaining third quarter, 64-54. It has been a major offensive struggle here in the third. The Mavericks 3 of 12 shooting. Oklahoma City's 3 of 14. Only 21 total points here in the third quarter. The Thunder with 11, the Mavericks with 10. As Holmgren from the left sideline inbounds to Gilgeous-Alexander. Against Doncic. Love, Holmgren's all alone. Lays it up and in. Tell you what, nice play. And we've seen a couple of really nice out-of-timeout plays run by Oklahoma City in this series. Here's Green at the left wing. At the hash mark, trying to get it to Luka. Back to the basket. Luka now pivots over the top to Washington. Right corner three. He hits again. 20 for Washington. 9 here in the third. He's got 9 of the Mavericks. 13 points. It's 67-56. Here comes Gilgeous-Alexander pulling up, net by Lively. Behind them to Williams. Green made him give it up. As Gilgeous-Alexander turns the corner, got by Luka and hits the little runner in the lane. 20 for Gilgeous-Alexander, 8 for him here in the third. 67-58. 4:10 remaining in the third. Luka to his right. Luka keeps the dribble, screened by Hardaway in the lane, and will throw it away. And nowhere to go with it. And Giddey will check in for Oklahoma City. Aaron Wiggins will as well. Well, actually, they'll make Wiggins sit. Isaiah Joe leaves. Giddey comes in for Luka's 4th turnover of the night. The Mavericks have 11 turnovers overall. Gilgeous-Alexander, left-hand push. Williams left to right against Gafford on the switch. Left to right drive, met by Green, and Gafford, who caps him and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Williams is just putting his head down and going. Dallas is doing a nice job collapsing. Really challenging shots on him, blocking shots.
The 12th block shot for the Mavericks tonight, the 3rd by Gafford. Baseline right, inbound with 9 to shoot. As Giddey looks, still looks, will throw it on the lob. Gilgeous-Alexander out beyond the arc against Washington, backs up, 4 to shoot. He'll drive, sidestep right, tough fadeaway, in and out. And Josh Green way upstairs for the rebound for the Mavericks. To Doncic, long pass, Washington had it knocked away by Dort out of bounds. Mavericks looking for a foul call as there was contact with Washington and Dort. And there's a timeout taken by Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is going to challenge this. And frankly, I would have thought if anyone was going to challenge it, it would have been the Mavericks. Mark Dagnot's challenge record in this series.
Ruling on the floor is Dallas basketball. Oklahoma City is challenging the ruling.
So we're getting a chance to see the replay now. As Luka's pass. And that's close. It looks like Washington got a hand on it, and that is on Washington. And that's out of bounds. That's going to be Oklahoma City's ball. So I think Oklahoma City's going to win that. I thought at first they were going to challenge the fact there was no foul on the play, but a lot of contact there in the rim.
The ball was last touched by Washington, making this a successful challenge. The ruling on the floor is overturned to OKC basketball.
So the Thunder will keep the challenge. They'll keep their timeout as well. As the Mavericks continue to lead by 9, 67-59. Mavericks led by 11 at halftime. Led by as many as 14 here early in the third. The Thunder have been only as close as 7 here in the third. So Wiggins will inbound to Giddey with Holmgren, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Dort as they shoot to our right. Giddey, Holmgren right of the circle against Washington, coming around. Gilgeous-Alexander swings it left to Dort. Left corner, Giddey, put it on the floor, out to Gilgeous-Alexander, 8 to shoot. Against Josh Green, top of the circle to his left, spins right, fading away and hitting the shot from 17.
Played him well defensively, made him take a tough shot.
It's 10 in the quarter for Gilgeous-Alexander, 22 in the game, 67-60. Doncic against Dort. High screen. And then another screen by Hardaway. Good job by Dort to fight over the screen. Luka upset, thinks he's getting hit. Got to move the ball. 6 to shoot, still way outside. Luka right to left, stepping back, left to circle 3. It's long, and Holmgren with the rebound, his 5th. Here comes Giddey up the right side, pivoting, and an offensive foul on Giddey as he knocked Doncic to the ground, not liking David Guthrie's call. First on Giddey. Oklahoma City with its 6th turnover of the night. Irving's back in the game with the 4 fouls. And I think they want to get Luka out of the game. And they will. Again, they got him out at the end of the first quarter with about 3 minutes left. Here with 2:40 remaining in the third. 7-point Dallas lead. As Irving brings it up against Wiggins. Screen by Green. Screen by Gafford. He rolls. Kyrie, left wing. Picks up the dribble. Now to Green. Left to right drive on. Giddey, they bump. And he lost it going up. And it's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Against the backpedaling Washington. Dragging to his right against Green on the switch. Spinning. Can't shoot. Out to Wiggins. Top of the arc. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Against Green. Driving right. Oh, he pushed him off. No foul, but he missed the shot. And Gafford way upstairs to grab the rebound. That's his 7th. Washington to Green. To Gafford coming down the middle. Euro step left. Reversing, not finishing. As Giddey got a hand on that ball. Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. Coast to coast. Throws it up and a foul. And nobody happy right now in the building. Green's going to be called for the foul. 3 fouls on Green, and Jason Kidd's going to challenge this. 1:52 remaining in the third quarter. And nothing happened there that I can see, but again, Brad, what do I know?
Well, I mean, there was a little contact, but I mean, they've been letting a lot more than that go.
In a game that has seen just 25 fouls called, 29 free throws shot. And again,
okay, ruling on the floor is a defensive foul on Green. Dallas is challenging the ruling.
So Zach Zarba and David Guthrie will put the headsets on. And we shall see what happens here in the playoffs. The Mavericks are 4 of 7 on their challenges. They were much better than that during the regular season, winning over 2/3 of their challenges. And up to Secaucus, James Capers helping to adjudicate. But ultimately, this is the decision of those on the floor. We have 1:52 remaining in the third. The Mavericks are led by as many as 14, leading by 7 right now. And they are taking a really long look at this, Brad, much longer than I thought they would.
Yeah, I mean, you've either got to call the incidental contact or don't call it. One of the two.
Game 5 of this series comes up on Wednesday night in Oklahoma City. 8:30 tip, 8 o'clock pregame. And if a 6th game is necessary, it'll be back here at the American Airlines Center on Saturday night at 7:30. And this conversation continues. And again, this is where replay does not work. Either you make a call or you don't make the call. And finally, the headsets are off. And the officials talking about it some more. And finally,
after review, Green is able to maintain a legal guarding position on this play, making this a legal defensive play. The ruling on the floor is overturned to a no call. Due to the imminent possession on the rebound, Dallas will get possession of the basketball. Successful challenge.
Well, it took a while, but I think they got it right.
Yeah, I thought that was incidental contact, and like I said, they've let a lot more go.
So the Mavericks, a successful challenge and retain their timeout. And it'll be Dallas ball as Green will inbound to Hardaway. We'll drop it back to Green. Brings it up the middle against Josh Giddey. Bounces to Irving. Screen by Green. Wallace fights over the screen. Help from Giddey. Hook it back to Green. Take a pass to the left corner. To the right to Irving. There's Wallace to knock it away out of bounds. And the Mavericks will have it with 9 seconds to shoot. And again, you have to be careful when you're playing Oklahoma City. Long passes with a lot of air under them are a recipe for disaster. Mavericks fortunate there. As Green will inbound, Oklahoma City pressuring in the backcourt. trying to take time off the clock as Green throw it to Gafford. Try to get it back to Green, who saves to the right side with 5 to shoot. Right corner, Washington 3. Short rebound. And Green knocked it away from Williams. Picked up by Gafford. Got it back out to Washington. Behind him to Kyrie. With Gafford trying to set a screen against Giddey. Here comes Irving on the drive and the blow-by to lay it up and in. 69-6, and a terrific play by Josh Green on that steal, all for the rebound by Williams. Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander, top of the circle, at the foul line now, pulls up and hits again. 12 in the quarter, 24 in the game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 69-62. Gafford out top, behind him to Hardaway. To Kyrie outside the arc, left of the circle. Now played by Gilgeous-Alexander on a switch, 9 to shoot. Bounce pass left, Hardaway open for 3, too hard. The rebound, Gafford blocked out by Arkansas. Williams out of bounds as Gafford got a fingertip on it, couldn't do anything with it. 40.2 seconds remaining. Thunder can play 2 for 1. Here comes Williams against Green. To Gilgeous-Alexander against Washington, spinning left to right, through the lane to Giddey, back out Wallace, right wing 3 is good for Cason Wallace, and as close as the Thunder have been since the first quarter. Final 25 seconds of the third. Irving over the line on the left as the Mavericks spread the floor. Down to 10, 6-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Screens Gafford, Kyrie to his right, kick it, Hardaway, over the top, Green, catch and shoot 3, is going to be short. The rebound is taken by Arkansas. Williams to Giddey with 2 and 1 on the run, and throws it off the top of the board. The horn sounds to end the third quarter of play. The Thunder end the third on a 9-2 run, but the Mavericks will take a 4-point lead as we go to the fourth, and that Maverick streak of 34 consecutive wins when leading after 3 quarters on the line as they try to grab a 3-1 lead in the series. They lead the Thunder 69-65 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
TXU Energy is changing the game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
What if I use the most during the day?
Enjoy free energy all day, every day.
What if I suddenly become a night owl?
Your nights are free, automatically.
What if I go weekend warrior?
Free energy all weekend, my friend.
So the savings change with me.
And you never have to change a thing. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
New flavor alert, Dallas. Celsius has been dropping new flavors, and the latest is here. Cosmic Vibe. It's a vibrant and juicy fruit punch that I'm just going to go ahead and say it's out of this world. Dallas is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks.
If Heineken Silver was a 60-second radio ad, it'd tell you all the stuff you need to know in only 30 seconds to keep things light and refreshing. Seriously, time me. Heineken Silver, a world-class light beer that's surprisingly crisp and refreshing, made with only premium quality ingredients and just 2.9 grams of carbs and 95 calories, all without compromising on taste. Heineken Silver, all the taste, no bitter endings. Order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 and older to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Whew, 30 seconds, that's it. Done. Peace.
Dallas, Steel Panther is bringing their On the Prowl World Tour to the Echo Lounge and Music Hall on Wednesday, May 15th, with special guests Stitched Apart. Grab tickets now at livenation.com and get ready to rock out.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
Chuck Cooperstein and Brad Davis in the American Airlines Center. We go to the fourth quarter of Game 4. The Mavericks holding on to a 69-65 lead after being outscored by the Thunder 22-15 in the third quarter. Oklahoma City was 8 of 24, but the Mavericks were just 5 of 20 and 2 of 9. And were it not for P.J. Washington, the Mavericks would have been in big trouble. He had 9 of the Mavericks' 15 in the third. And the same can be said for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 12 of the 22 for Oklahoma City in the third quarter, and he has a game-high 24 points.
And they're going to run him back out of here to start the fourth quarter. No rest for him.
Well, listen, you get to this point in the playoffs, and what you normally would do, you just don't do, especially when your back is up against it the way Oklahoma City is. Again, teams that go up 3-1 in a series in the NBA win that series 95% of the time. Mavericks trying to put themselves in that position right now. As Oklahoma City will have it to start the fourth quarter, they shoot to our right. Jalen Williams against Kyrie Irving. To his left. Left corner on the drive. Casey Wild for the cutting. Dort knocked away by Hardaway. Beautiful play in the passing lane for Hardaway. The 8th turnover for Oklahoma City. Hardaway, Irving, Doncic, Derek Jones, and Lively for the Mavericks. They shoot to our left. Luka high dribble over Dort. Hangs and scores. First points in the second half for Doncic. He's got 14. 5 of 16 shooting. 71-65. Gilgeous-Alexander, left to right, back to his left, through the lane to Dort, back out left wing. Williams will take the in-between. That's blocked from behind, and it's picked up by Doncic. Derek Jones, another block. Here's a lob from Doncic to Jones, right of the rim, and he throws it down.
Yep, made the block at one end, outran Oklahoma City at the other.
The 13th block for the Mavericks, a playoff record. Had 12 blocks 3 times during the regular season. There's another block by Lively and Hardaway, but a foul that'll put Oklahoma City on the free throw line. Hardaway gets called for the foul. And Lou Dort will go to the line to shoot. Mavericks twice before had 11 blocks in a playoff game. Again, now with 13. And 3 times during the regular season this year, they had at least 12 blocks in the game, including 13 against Golden State back in mid-March. That's the game that Gafford had 7 blocks as Dort hits the free throw. And Kenrich Williams checks in for Oklahoma City to replace Wallace. Oklahoma City 17 of 18 from the foul line. The Mavericks are just 6 of 12, and that has allowed the Thunder, who are shooting just 33.8%, to stay around. And the second free throw by Dort rattling around before dropping through. 73-67. Hardaway, left-hand dribble across the line. Pivots and turns, finds Irving, drops to Luka, right wing, against Dort to the right baseline. Hook it, bad pass, stolen by Williams, and Hardaway from behind knocked it away out of bounds.
Yeah, good play. It looked like he could have his step on him.
Again, you cannot throw 20-foot passes in the half court against Oklahoma City. It just doesn't work. And 3 times tonight, Luke has been burned by that. Baseline right, Kenrich Williams to inbound the ball to Jalen Williams, met by Lively, through the lane to Dort in the left corner for 3. It's good. And Lou Dort with his first double-figure game of the series. He's got 12. It's a 3-point game. 10:20 remaining. Doncic spins off of Dort. On the drive, left elbow, pull up, hit in. The Mavericks 75 and the Thunder 70. Williams to his right against Doncic. Lost the handle, got it back. Top of the arc, driving to his right. Luka cut him off. Back to his left. Luka went for the steal, couldn't get it. Floater short. And down the lane, Doncic the rebound. Middle outlet to Irving. Irving pulls up. Left of the circle, shot blocked. Casey Wallace with the block. And it's picked up by Dort. And Holmgren took a shot to the head as he trails the play. Now comes into it. To the left to Dort. Drives on Jones, got around and met by Luka, changes hands, missed that. The rebound in the hands of Doncic against Wallace, driving to his left of the lane, leaning in and draws the foul. Jason Wallace picks up his first, and the first on the Thunder here in the fourth quarter. And Doncic to the line tonight. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals and a block. Isaac shoots it. Front rim boarded down. Doncic in the playoffs, 78% from the free throw line. That's what he shot during the regular season on just under 8 attempts. This will be his 4th tonight. As Gilgeous-Alexander gets a quick break. Comes back in. Jalen Williams will sit down. One more for Luka to try to make it a 7-point game. On the way. Short. And the rebound to Holmgren. And more poor free throw shooting by the Mavericks. Here comes Gilgeous-Alexander left to right. Against Doncic to his left. Got around him. Left of the lane. Around. No good. Rebound. Loose on the floor. And Washington out of there to retrieve it. And give it to Irving. Up the left side. Against Wallace. Drives him. Got by him. Floats it. And no good. Rebound. Tipped away from Lively by Holmgren. As both are down on the ground. 4-on-4. As Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive to the trailing Holmgren. And Lively tried to block the shot. Couldn't do it. Holmgren knocks it down and was looking for a foul call.
Boy, Lively just missed that one.
A dozen for Holmgren. 76-73. Luka against Dort. Driving right. Between his legs, left to right. Knocked Dort down. Laid off. Lively underneath. Stops it with a foul. Finished it that time against Kenrich Williams. And some jawing between those two. Washington trying to step in to play peacemaker. And now security people out on the floor to make sure that nothing untoward continues. And finally, the Mavericks able to get a dunk to finish. Kenrich Williams picks up the foul. Lively on the line for an and one. And I think we have double technical fouls now called too. So P.J. Washington and Williams called for double technicals. And Lively on the line. Now to try to complete the and one. Okay, so a basket was changed from a 3 to a 2. So it's 78-72. And the foul shot by Lively way off. The left of the rim, and Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Again, just horrible free throw shooting for the Mavericks tonight, but they're still up 6. 8:25 remaining. Holmgren outside the arc, right of the circle, ripping through to the right on Washington. Met by Lively, floated it short. Great challenge by Lively. Doncic the rebound. Luka coast to coast with it. Over the top to Jones. Trailing Washington. Got around Wallace. Met by Holmgren. Shoots over him. No good. Tipped out. Lively to Washington. To the cutting Jones. Shot blocked by Dort, but a foul. I tell you what, Brad. The interior defense by both of these teams has been extraordinary tonight.
Yeah, not a lot of easy stuff going to the rim tonight.
Dort picks up his 4th, 3rd team foul against Oklahoma City. And Derek Jones on the line. 8:04 remaining. First one, good. Gafford checks in for the Mavericks to replace Lively. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 blocks, and many other chain shots as well. Here comes Wiggins in for Oklahoma City for Dort. Derek Jones trying to give the Mavericks an 8-point lead. As he shoots and hits. The Mavericks 80, Oklahoma City 72. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones across the line, left of the circle to the right to Williams. Top of the arc, left to Gilgeous-Alexander. He drives on Jones, off-balance runner, no good. Rebound Washington. And to Doncic, runs it up the right side against Wallace, crossing over to his left at the foul line, fades away, short. Rebound tipped out beyond the foul line to Williams, 3-on-2, right to Wallace, pull up three, got it. Cason Wallace, a couple of big threes to make it a 5-point game at 80-75.
Yeah, just early offense that time.
7:20 remaining. Here comes Kyrie, lost the handle, got it back against Holmgren from the baseline and hits the 10-footer. 82-75. 7:10 remaining. Game 4. Gilgeous-Alexander right of the jump circle. Holmgren screen right. Picked up by Washington now on the switch. Crossing to his left. Finds Wiggins. Catch and shoot three-pointer. No good. Rebound. Holmgren underneath the basket. Double team and fouled. It's Doncic with the foul. And that will lead to a Mavericks timeout with 6:52 remaining in the fourth quarter in a slugfest in Dallas. The Mavericks 82, the Thunder 75 in Game 4 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
At Comerica Bank, we believe every business should have equal access to opportunities and resources. That's why we created Comerica Co-work Spaces, free for any Comerica small business customer. Book an office, access tech, use a meeting room, network with other business owners, and more, all for free. To learn more about how Comerica supports all small businesses, visit comerica.com/spaces. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Comerica Co-work Spaces is available to Comerica customers only.
TXU Energy is changing the game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
What if I use the most during the day?
Enjoy free energy all day, every day.
What if I suddenly become a night owl?
Your nights are free, automatically.
What if I go weekend warrior?
Free energy all weekend, my friend.
So the savings change with me.
And you never have to change a thing. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
82-75. Mavericks lead Oklahoma City. 6:52 remaining in the fourth quarter of Game 4. And some really high-quality defense being played by both of these teams around the rim. There's just nothing easy for anybody tonight.
No, it was a pretty good defensive game the other night, too, but there was some good offense as well. Tonight, it's like pulling teeth trying to get a good shot.
Mavericks led by 20 from P.J. Washington, his third consecutive game of 20 or more. 5 more three-pointers for Washington tonight. The first time in his career that he's ever had 3 consecutive games with 5 or more three-pointers. And his second double-double of the playoffs. He had 29 and 11 in Game 2 of this series. He's got 20 and 11 tonight. He had 4 double-doubles during the regular season, including 2 with the Mavericks. So his performance in this series, again, if you're looking for the X factor, P.J. Washington has been that X factor for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Dallas has always been looking for that third scorer, and in this series, it's been P.J. Washington.
So as we resume, Oklahoma City will have it as they shoot to our right. Arkansas Williams is checked in the game. And he will throw it into Gilgeous-Alexander. To his left, finds Wallace coming down the lane. Met by a triple team, finds Dort in the left corner for three, no good. Arkansas Williams the rebound. Got it back out to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort will try it again. That's no good again. Arkansas Williams the rebound again. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Arkansas Williams. The 11th offensive rebound for Oklahoma City. They had only 6 in game 3, and now Mark Daigneault is going to challenge this. So let's take the timeout with 6:36 remaining in the fourth quarter of game 4, 82-75. Challenge for Oklahoma City on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Oklahoma City is challenging the ruling.
There are a lot of ways to make whiskey, but there's only one way to make Jack Daniels. Jack could have been like any other whiskey. Instead, we charcoal mellow every drop through 10 feet of hard sugar maple charcoal. We use water from Cave Spring Hollow in Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's no coincidence that Jack is what it is today. Because when you make your own label, you make everything else yours too. But we don't need to tell you that, do we? Make it count. Jack Daniels. Please drink responsibly. Tennessee Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniels Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 registered trademarks. 2022 Jack Daniels, all rights reserved.
At In-N-Out, our hamburgers are made with the highest quality ingredients. Made fresh and by hand. Made with a smile to put a smile on your face. Made for special occasions or no occasion at all. Made with gratitude for every customer we get to serve. Most of all, every hamburger, cheeseburger, and double-double is made to order just for you.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for entrepreneurs to stop dreaming and start doing. For gig workers to become business owners. For small businesses to go toe-to-toe with the big dogs. At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity beyond bank accounts. We're providing free office space, free advertising, free competitive research, and more to help small businesses do more with less. To learn more, visit Comerica.com/succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
I'm Kevin Gray here at the Modelo Sports Desk. Look at the action from tonight. The Celtics take a 3-1 series lead with their 109-102 win on the road over the Cleveland Cavaliers as they get ready for Game 5 back in Boston. And in action tomorrow night, a pair of Game 5s between the Pacers and the Knicks and the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. Both those series tied at 2 games apiece, with the Pacers and Knicks tipping off at 7 and the Timberwolves and Nuggets tipping off at 9:30. Let's go back to Chuck.
All right, Kevin, thanks. 6:36 remaining. Fourth quarter. Mavericks 82, Thunder 75. Oklahoma City's challenge successful, as it was ruled that that ball was last touched by Derek Jones. So the Thunder will have it back with a third opportunity after a couple of offensive rebounds from Arkansas's Jalen Williams. And the Thunder will inbound from the baseline to the right of the basket. The Mavericks playing with their starters: Jones, Washington, Gafford, Irving, and Doncic. Dort, Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander, Williams, and Wallace for Oklahoma City. As Arkansas Williams to inbound from the baseline to the right of the basket. Will throw it out to Santa Clara. Williams driving to his left on Kyrie, and the runner is good with a foul and a chance for 3. An off-balance runner for Santa Clara's Jalen Williams, and Kyrie Irving just picked up his 5th foul.
He's been attacking all night. There's been nothing clean for him that time. Kyrie with a little push.
Just 3 of 15 shooting. Oklahoma City is 27 of 80 for the game, 33.8%. The foul shot is up, and the foul shot's good. 4-point game, which is where we were at the start of the fourth quarter. 4.5 minutes in. 82-78 as Irving brings it up. Picks up the dribble in the jump circle, bounce to Luka. Dort challenged that pass. Flaring Irving, deep right side, circles left, bounce pass out to Luka, left to Jones, fakes the shot, put it on the floor to the rim, double pump, and he got it to go as he lost it going up. It hit the rim, it hit the board, and it dropped through. A fortunate bounce for Derek Jones. 15 points for him. His high game of the playoffs. Gilgeous-Alexander outside the arc. Now tries around Washington. Floater good from the dotted line. One of the rare easy shots tonight.
Yeah, was able to get the angle that time on the drive.
First points for Gilgeous-Alexander in the fourth quarter. He's got 26. 84-80. Doncic to his right, screen by Gafford. He rolls fine. Gafford in the lane. Met by Wallace. Goes over him to score. Nice patience by Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, did a nice job. Kept that ball high.
86-80. 10 for Gafford. Gilgeous-Alexander left to right against Kyrie. Again with 5 fouls. Gilgeous-Alexander stop and go. Left elbow pop, and it's good. 28 for Gilgeous-Alexander, who's been terrific in this series. P.J. Washington left to right off of Gafford and will hang, shoot it on the way down and missed it. Arkansas Williams the rebound and a jump ball as Daniel Gafford out of Arkansas came in to tie up Jalen Williams from Arkansas. Excellent effort by Gafford there as Holmgren comes back in the game for Oklahoma City, and Wallace sits down, and for the first time we see Oklahoma City play with 2 legitimate bigs on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I thought they might do a little more often in this series.
Gafford with a 1-inch height advantage. The tip, Gafford wins it to Kyrie, left to right to Doncic. And a whistle. And the shot clock was not started correctly. They wanted that shot clock initially at 14 seconds. They had set it at 24, and Zach Zarban now says there's 11 seconds for the Mavericks to shoot. With 5:07 remaining. Irving into Gafford. Hands to Kyrie, left to right, back to Jones. Catch and shoot, left wing 3. Short, bouncing on the rim twice, falling away to Gilgeous-Alexander. Up the right side, drives past Washington, met by Gafford, wrap around, Arkansas Williams missed the layup, rebound batted out to Santa Clara Williams, show and go by Gilgeous-Alexander, left baseline, good, from 15, and a timeout by Jason Kidd, and it's a 2-point game with 4:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's the Mavericks 86, the Thunder 84 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to Dallas Mavericks playoff basketball on the Mavs Radio Network.
When the Mavericks lost Game 1 in Oklahoma City, they lost in large part, Brad, because they couldn't handle Oklahoma City on the offensive boards. The Thunder had 16 offensive rebounds, 25 second chance points. Tonight, Oklahoma City 12 offensive rebounds, 13 second chance points, 4 and 5 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, switch from the last game, too. Last game, they really struggled to get offensive rebounds.
Here comes Irving up the right side. Mavericks shoot to our left. Lively back in the game for Gafford out of the timeout. Luka has it deep right side against Dort. Looking over his right shoulder. Hard dribble with the left. Into the lane. Over the top. Washington. Left baseline drive got cut off. Now with 4 to shoot and 3 against Gilgeous-Alexander. Runner no good. Rebound Lively and a knocked away from him by Gilgeous-Alexander out of bounds. Say the hands for Oklahoma City tonight have been outstanding. Just when it looks like a sure basket around the rim, there always seems to be a hand. The block shot for Gilgeous-Alexander is second of the game. Luka, left wing for three, rims the basket, rebound. Taken by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City with a chance to take the lead or tie the game. Gilgeous-Alexander from behind the backboard. He hits it against Hardaway to tie the game at 86. A 30-point game for Gilgeous-Alexander. He has Oklahoma City's last 8. And we are in crunch time. Mavericks 2-1 in the clutch. Kyrie in the lane. Runner no good off the right of the rim. Rebound Holmgren protects the ball. Oklahoma City on a 14-6 run with 3:40 remaining. Gilgeous-Alexander drives. Right baseline pumps. Can't shoot. Pivots. Left hand. Intended for Holmgren. Knocked away by Luka. But Gilgeous-Alexander got it back. 7 to shoot. He'll drive into the lane. Kick it. Holmgren right corner three. Got it. And the Thunder lead. And Oklahoma City with the lead for the first time since very, very early in this game at 4-2. Here's Kyrie driving on Wallace. Pulls up from 10. That rolls off the rim. And the rebound taken by Holmgren. 3 minutes remaining. Oklahoma City by 3. 89-86. Here comes Williams. Bounces to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to the right to Williams. Around Washington. Pulls up. No good. Rebound Doncic. His 11th rebound. Here comes Luka against Wallace. Screen by Lively. Luka to the foul line. Luka in the lane. On top Lively and throw it down.
I got Holmgren in between on that play.
89-88. 2.5 to go. Mavericks trying for a 3-1 lead in the series. Oklahoma City trying to get this thing tied up. Santa Clara Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander in the lane in the kick. Dort left side three, rainbow good. 17 for Lou Dort, 8 of which have come here in the fourth quarter. 92-88. Doncic right of the circle, screened by Kyrie, now against Dort, on the drive and the spin, to the baseline, met by Holmgren, out to Hardaway, sidestep left, take the three, hit it! Big three for Tim Hardaway! Second three of the game, 1:50 remaining, 92-91 Oklahoma City. Williams to his right, against Washington. To his left, kick it, Dort, met by Lively, got around him, behind him for Williams, lost the handle, went to the ground, got it back, 3 to shoot, and 2 driving, baseline, stuffs it! He got around Lively, and Kyrie in no position to try to defend him there.
Off the scramble.
94-91, Kyrie driving left against Wallace, through the lane to Lively, behind him to Washington, he'll drive in the lane, knocked away, and a foul from behind. The first in the last 2 minutes against Oklahoma City. And the Mavericks will inbound from the right sideline with 1:17 remaining. Doncic to inbound. Into Lively. Challenged by Holmgren. Hand off. Hardaway. Bad pass. Oh, he just dropped it to Doncic. Stolen by Dort. Ahead to Williams and a lay it up and in. And a timeout by Jason Kidd with 1:07 remaining. As Hardaway thought that Luka was going to be right in front of him, and he wasn't. And thus the steal by Dort, who's come up big here in the fourth quarter for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, stepped right in front of Luka that time, was able to intercept that.
14 turnovers for the Mavericks. 19 points off those turnovers for Oklahoma City. And the Thunder coming from 14 down to start the game at 22-8. They were down 14 in the third quarter as well. Gilgeous-Alexander has been spectacular. And their defense here in the fourth quarter has been spectacular.
Yeah, their team defense, they did a nice job. Anytime there's been a drive, there's been 2 or 3 white jerseys to challenge those shots.
A 16-5 run by Oklahoma City against the best clutch team in the NBA. A 5-point Thunder lead at 96-91 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.
1:07 remaining I mean, there were a lot of things, again, that if the Mavericks don't rally to win this one, they're going to look at, but free throw shooting is going to be right at the top of the list. Just 9 of 17 for the Mavericks from the line, who have been a bad free throw shooting team in these playoffs, and even worse in this series overall. But tonight, just, again, 9 of 17. They were 9 of 19 against Denver back on December 18th. 5 of 10 tonight, or I should say on January 1st in a loss at Utah. And tonight, 9 of 17. And let's see what the Mavericks can cook up here. Washington quickly into Kyrie, deep right side. Cutting Lively, reversing, can't finish it, but got his own rebound back. And then had it ripped away from him, but a foul. It's Dort that's going to be called for the foul, and that'll put Lively on the line. And not necessarily the guy the Mavericks would like to have on the line right now, but let's see if he can be as clutch as he was on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, did a nice job because it looked like Holmgren had that rebound in his grasp. Lively just outfought him for it. They actually called that foul on Gilgeous-Alexander rather than Dort. It's 3 on Gilgeous-Alexander, and here's Lively. Eyes it, shooting it, and hitting it. Derek Jones checks in to replace Kyrie Irving as the Mavericks play defense-offense. 1:01 remaining. Lively does not bounce the ball, flexes the knees. Free throw going to be hard off the right of the rim, and Holmgren with the rebound and a loose ball foul against P.J. Washington. Yeah, Dallas had that one to give, though.
The first on Washington. So Oklahoma City with the ball, exactly a minute to play as Williams will inbound to the backcourt. To Gilgeous-Alexander and back to Williams against Jones. Through the center circle and pounds it at the left of the circle with 10 to shoot, 47 remaining. Working to his right, the switch by Washington. Williams trying to get to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams a step back for 3. That is short, and the rebound comes to Doncic. Luka quickly up the left side. Luka to the rim. Derek Jones will throw it down as Oklahoma City did not get back in transition. 33 seconds left. One more stop needed for the Mavericks. Gilgeous-Alexander with it now. Over the line on the right. 14 to shoot. 11 to shoot. 20 in the fourth. To his right, now against Hardaway on the switch. Between his legs, left to right. 20-foot challenge, around and out. And the rebound of Washington to Jones. And a timeout by Jason Kidd. And they did call that timeout before that pass out. So Dallas going to get a chance to move the ball to the front court to either tie it or win it with a three-pointer with 12.3 left.
Yeah, got a lot of options, got a lot of time left.
So a pretty good defense by the Mavericks there against Gilgeous-Alexander. They did not let him get into a rhythm. Had to take a tough, long 2. And Dallas able to grab that rebound. Derek Jones, a 17-point game tonight. 8 have come here in the fourth quarter. For Washington. Luka actually has a triple-double now tonight. 17, 12, and 10, despite 6 of 19 shooting. His second triple-double of these playoffs. 29, 10, and 10 for him in Game 5 against the Clippers. 32 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20 of them coming in the second half. So what will the Mavericks draw up here?
Well, you've got to go through Luka, I would think, or Kyrie, but plenty of time left. You can set a back screen, get Kyrie over the top for a 3. You could try to get Lively involved in a pick and roll for a little lob dunk.
But you want to take this shot, I think, with about 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock. Allow for an offensive rebound if you need it. As Washington looking, they're looking for the flare. It's not there. Finally got to Luka on the drive. He falls down, but he's fouled. He got fouled. with 10.1 seconds to go. And Dort commits the foul. And that was fortunate for the Mavericks. The initial play, the flare was not there. Luka just fell down. I don't know if a whole lot happened there. I'm getting a chance to look at the replay again. And I tell you what, even if he was up normally, I don't know that he was going to get a really good look at that because Holmgren was there to block the shot.
Yeah. And I think Dort just came over the back, knocked him down.
So Doncic, 3 of 4 from the line tonight. 10.1 seconds remaining. On the way. And no good. Front rim, back rim, and fell away to the left. The Mavericks, 4 out of 8 from the line in the fourth quarter. 10 of 20 for the game in a 2-point game. Oklahoma City, 19 of 20. Second one is good. And a timeout by Oklahoma City in a 1-point game. And if you're the Mavericks, obviously now, Brad, you go for the steal first and
got to foul
without
quickly.
that, then foul.
Yeah, you don't have any timeouts left.
But again, this is a really good free throw shooting team. An 82% free throw shooting team during the course of the regular season. A little worse than that here in the playoffs. 77.6% overall, but 81.3% in the series coming in. And again, 19 of 20 tonight. And you have guys like Gilgeous-Alexander was an 87% free throw shooter in the regular season. And Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara, 81.4%. Holmgren just under 80% for the line. Lou Dort, just under 83% from the line. Not a lot of good options here. But if nothing else, even if they make 2, you've got a chance. And then you see if Oklahoma City does what most teams should do but don't do, and foul to prevent the three-point attempt.
Well, that's why you've got to either get the steal or you've got to go for this foul quickly. If you let 4 or 5 seconds run off,
yes,
you can't do that.
Josh Green in out of the timeout. Dante Exum in as well. Oklahoma stacks it across the top of the arc with Giddey in the game to inbound the ball. And everybody trying to create their own space. And Zach Zarba coming in to try to get everybody settled down here. And here we go. Giddey to inbound the ball. Williams to the backcourt trying to get to Gilgeous-Alexander. He's overplayed now to Holmgren, fouled immediately by Hardaway. And that's well played by Hardaway. 0.7 of a second go off the clock. 9.4 remaining. And Chet Holmgren, 3 of 4 from the line tonight. 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks for Holmgren. In Oklahoma City, not messing around tonight with him. They kept him on the floor a lot more than they normally do.
Yeah.
Rebounces, spins it. Knee flex, the eye. First one on the way and good. $17 for Holmgren. He had 19 in game 1. Obviously, this is the big one to try to make it a full one-possession game. Thinking back to Houston in early April, Mavericks didn't have a timeout, ran it up the floor, and they got Dante Exum that right wing shot to tie the game to put it in overtime. What do they have here after Holmgren's second foul shot is up and good? 98-95. Washington will inbound the ball and into Irving against Williams. 6-5 to Washington. Right corner, Hardaway sidestep left, and a whistle and a foul. They called a foul.
Oklahoma City fouled.
Yep. They fouled on the pass. Threw it over the top to Washington, and there was the foul on the pass. And that was unfortunate because they had a wide open Hardaway three off the sidestep that would have tied, or at least had a chance to tie the game. So now Washington has to make the first free throw here. And then you try to miss on the second one. First one on the way and way short. Underside of the rim. An absolutely brutal night for the Mavericks from the foul line.
But now you got to miss and just try for a wild scramble three.
That's all that's left. And again, given the nature of the night, it almost seems appropriate. Just a horrible free throw shooting night. In a game where the Mavericks were seemingly in control, they let it get away. He hits the foul shot, and that's a mistake.
Yeah,
it's just a mistake. You got to miss that one. And not well played at all. And Washington's had a great game tonight. Again, 21 points and 12 rebounds, although that was his first point of the fourth quarter. But you got to think time and score and situation, timeouts left and all that. And they did not execute that very well. And now the Mavericks will foul, and then Oklahoma City, if the Mavericks don't get the steal, will go to the line to shoot, basically to put the game away.
Yeah, with no timeouts left, it's a stretch to get it down there.
The Thunder shooting just 38% tonight. The Mavericks at 41.4%. But again, the free throw shooting, ultimately the difference in the game. Oklahoma City 21 of 22 from the line, and the Mavericks 12 of 23. And again, it appears that the Mavericks will fail in an attempt to go up 3-1 in a series by losing Game 4 at home. It was a wild comeback in Game 4 against the Clippers from 31 down, ultimately falling by 5. Tonight, a 14-point lead in both the first and second halves, but ultimately not enough shots made and definitely not enough free throws made. Inbound to Gilgeous-Alexander. There was an immediate foul, but they let some time run off the clock before the whistle blew. 1.4 seconds left, so 1.8 seconds going off the clock, and Gilgeous-Alexander to try to put this one away. For Gilgeous-Alexander tonight. 14 of 27. And the first one on the way and good. The rest of Oklahoma City's team tonight made just 21 field goals. Incredible. 2 made. That does it. And this series, not only going back to Oklahoma City tied at 2 games apiece, but they'll be back here in the American Airlines Center on Saturday night. And Luka from three-quarter court flings up a three-pointer. It hits the board and bounces away. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brad, have just flat-out stolen one against the Mavericks tonight.
They sure have, and it all came down to making shots in the fourth quarter and not making free throws for Dallas in that fourth quarter.
Oh, some huge makes for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort came up big in the fourth quarter, knocked down a couple of threes. But the Mavericks just unable to get themselves untracked offensively. Just shot 41% for the game. That's, I mean, given the nature of the game, they held Oklahoma City to 38%. But it really is as simple as the simplest thing that you should be able to do as a professional basketball player, and that's make free throws.
Yeah, if they make free throws, this is probably a 10-point game.
They did not, and Oklahoma City wins it. And the series is tied at 2 games apiece. The final, Oklahoma City 100, the Mavericks 96. Our post-game show, a recap of it, and a run through the boxes next on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
iHeartRadio Music You Should Know, featuring Daughtry. Pieces.